CNBC has just been informed that President Trump will now be going to Walter Reed Hospital, where he'll be working in the president's medical quarters and will be conducting business from there. We had some indications that there might be some movement. We had gotten word that the president has had a low-grade fever, that he's been in good spirits but has a low-grade fever, and throughout the day, the doctors have been monitoring him. A short time ago from the doctors, in fact, the president's doctor, we got this information following PCR confirmation. In other words, following the note that the president had been diagnosed for COVID-19. As a precautionary measure, he received a single 8-gram dose of the Regeneron polyclonal antibody cocktail and completed that infusion without incident. In addition to that, the president has been taking zinc, vitamin D, famotidine, melatonin, and a daily aspirin. And now the word is that the president of the United States is going to be taken to Walter Reed Hospital, that he'll be conducting business there. This is as a precautionary measure so that he can be monitored more closely. Our Eamon Javers is live with us in Washington. Eamon?
Yeah, Shep, that's right. I mean, if they're moving the president to Walter Reed, that indicates that there's a significant medical concern here. They do have sophisticated medical facilities at the White House. They can handle just about any situation at the White House proper. But clearly, if there's a movement, that would indicate some concern on the part of the White House physician's office that there are procedures that they need to put in place that they can't necessarily do at the White House itself. So that is something we're going to want to learn a lot more about. They have a fantastic White House medical team on the grounds. I have seen them personally responding to medical emergencies on the ground there. They have all the bells and whistles, all the emergency equipment that you can imagine. That said, Walter Reed has a lot more. So this is an indication here that there's a significant amount of work that they'd like to do that they can't do on the campus itself, Shep.
Specific information that's just come into us now. This is from the reporting of NBC News. The president is going to Walter Reed Hospital tonight as a precautionary measure after consulting with his physicians. Remember, at the end of this letter or memo that his doctor put out, he said this: the First Lady, Melania Trump, remains well with only mild cough and headaches, as the remainder of the family are well and tested negative. He said the president is being evaluated by a team of experts, and together we'll be making recommendations to the president and the First Lady in regards to the next steps. Well, now we have the next step, and that is he's going to be there at Walter Reed to work out of the presidential offices. That there have for many years been offices set aside for the president at Walter Reed Medical Center in the event that any president, not this president, but any, needed to be evaluated or needed to be looked at more closely by doctors than was possible at the White House. So the president has had a working quarters at Walter Reed for quite some time. The reporting of NBC News is that he will be there for, and I quote, the next few days. Continuing the reporting, he's expected to walk out of the White House and board Marine One in just a few minutes. His symptoms, we're reporting, are still mild. He's said to be in good spirits and doing well, and this was the recommendation of the doctors. So you may notice that we've been having this particular shot of the White House up on screen, and there's another shot of the White House that we have that is a camera inside the Hay Adams Hotel. The Hay Adams, a historic hotel across the street, whose motto is, we don't overlook anything but the White House. And if we have that shot and can put it up, I'll show you what we're expecting to happen in just a few minutes. We're told you that the president is expected to walk out of the White House on his own and walk over to Marine One, which will take him to Walter Reed Medical Center. And this is that shot from the Hay Adams Hotel. We have this shot up so that we'd be able to see the helicopters coming in to transport the president. This is not to say that the president's condition has deteriorated to any great degree at all. That is not what we're reporting. What we are reporting is that the president has a low-grade temperature, according to NBC News sources. According to his doctor, the president is fatigued and in good spirits, but they want to monitor him more. So this afternoon, maybe an hour ago, we got this note from the doctors. They said we'll be making decisions about what's going to happen next, and now it appears that decision has been taken. So the president will fly over to Walter Reed. That takes a matter of just a few minutes, and then we will likely see him. We have a shot at Walter Reed hospital as well from the medical center there. Our station WRC in Washington has their chopper up, and we have pictures from the hospital where the president will be going. I mentioned those quarters where the president works there. They're always set aside for his use. And Eamon Javers, I don't remember in the last 25 years any president being taken to the hospital in this way. But there was the time not so long ago when the president, the word from the medical team was that the president was beginning a physical and he was taken to Walter Reed. But that really didn't add up because physicals can be done at the White House. I wanted to know particularly if you had any more reporting on that. And I wanted to give you this. This is from the press secretary, Kayleigh McEnany, and this has just come to us here in the CNBC newsroom. I'll quote from a release which has just come out. Quoting now, "The president remains in good spirits, has mild symptoms, and has been working throughout the day. Out of an abundance of caution," again, this from Kayleigh McEnany, "and the recommendations of his physicians and medical experts, the president will be working from the presidential offices at Walter Reed for the next few days. President Trump appreciates the outpouring of support for both it reads here, and the First Lady." Again, that's from the White House press secretary. So some dramatic developments and certainly a cause for paying attention. But Eamon, every indication is that the president is going there for monitoring, that he'll be working there so that the doctors can take a closer look at him.
Yeah, Shep, and that reporting that the president will be walking out of the White House into Marine One is an important piece of information for us because that gives us a sense that the president's condition, is ambulatory. And as we look at this shot here, what you're looking at is the south lawn of the White House. That is the Truman balcony overlooking the south lawn. And between that fountain there and the Truman balcony is where they land Marine One for presidential travel. We obviously don't see a helicopter in that picture, so they're not ready to make that move just yet. The other shot that you had
we actually do have pictures of that now, and we're going to put those pictures up. Marine One is coming into the White House as we speak. We do have another camera with pictures of this. If you see it there, Marine One is on approach now, and that was Marine One flying over there. So in just a moment, the president, according to Kayleigh McEnany and the reporting of NBC News and CNBC, the president will go to Marine One for that short trip over to Walter Reed. Shepard Smith here. Thanks for watching CNBC on YouTube.